Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. We have an important topic to talk about, and that is some major news. President Donald Trump announced about the border, illegal crossings, the border being secured, the looming threat of a war with the drug cartels, and much, much more. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you always know when there's a new video coming, and comment below with how you want to see the border situation handled under President Donald Trump. Now, let's roll into it. So for years, as everyone knows, we had a huge border crisis here in the United States. The border was left essentially wide open, thousands and thousands and thousands of people coming over every single day. We don't know who these people are. We don't know where they came from. We don't know what their intentions are. We don't know any of that stuff. And they were allowed to flood into our country. And then essentially many of them disappeared. And we're just on a hunt for where these people are. So President Donald Trump won the election, was sworn in on January 20th, and made securing the border a top priority for his administration. They have taken significant steps, including sending the United States military, beefing up security, recon flights, and much, much more in an attempt to stop the flow of people into the country who are not legally supposed to be here. You'd think this would be common sense, but as we know, the previous administration didn't really treat it that way. Biden left it open. You could have just walked right over and just taken your best shot, and that's exactly what happened. Well, today, President Trump, I'm filming this on April 27th, President Trump hopped on Truth Social. I'll go ahead and throw this up on the screen for you here. And he said, just released 99.9% at the border. Best number ever recorded. 3 people got in versus hundreds of thousands in last administration. There has never been such a difference before. Congratulations, America. So he is saying right there, in the latest border numbers, Trump is saying only 3 people got through, according to the President of the United States. That is a far cry from, again, 10,000 a day, 5,000 a day, 15,000 a day, just astronomical numbers of people who are coming through the border. And now President Trump is saying in the latest numbers, only 3 people got through. That is absolutely incredible. How big of a difference is it? How much has the border changed since President Donald Trump returned to office? Well, let's go ahead right now and break down some numbers. So this is a report from Fox News. I'll go ahead and throw up part of it on the screen for you right here. It really puts into perspective just how much things have changed in a few short months since Donald Trump returned to office. It says, the latest U.S. Customs and Border Protection numbers show, and this came out in early April, show that during March, the southwest border saw the lowest number of crossings ever with just 7,180 recorded. This is Pete Flores, acting CBP commissioner, says, under the leadership of President Donald Trump and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, the administration has taken bold, decisive action to restore control at the border. Border Patrol agents are empowered like never before to shut down all unlawful entry and protect American lives. The message is clear. The border is closed to illegal crossings, and for those still waiting to test or resolve, know this, you will be prosecuted and you will be deported. March's numbers with 1,146 fewer crossings than in February represent a dramatic drop compared to the monthly average of 155,000 during the Biden administration. Under former President Biden, border agents frequently recorded over 7,000 border crossings a day. Okay, I just want to repeat that because I want to make sure you all heard that. The monthly average at the border of people coming in here who didn't belong here when Biden was president was 155,000 a month. Per day, more than 7,000. Now, Trump is saying they got it down to just 3 people. Before that, it was a few thousand, but we're on a very, very, very steep decline, and that's good news. What does it mean? What can we take away from this? Let's go ahead and talk about that right now. More than anything, this situation shows that President Trump is deadly serious about getting the border sealed. We were told for years and years and years and years that it was too complicated. The border could not be sealed. There was just too many factors. We couldn't stop the flow of people into the country. And that obviously turned out to be complete garbage, because now here we are at the end of April, towards the end of April, and border crossings have absolutely collapsed. The border has been sealed. It turns out all we needed was a change in leadership, and the problem fixed itself in a matter of a few months. Again, we're talking about going from 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 people a day coming over to just 3, according to the president, or in a total month, just a few thousand, which is still a few thousand too many. I'm certainly not here arguing that that's perfect by any means. The perfect number is 0. That's how many illegal people should be allowed to sneak into the country and get away with it, because we are a land of law and order. And if you don't have laws and you don't have order, you're going to have chaos. And the laws say you can't come here unless you do it legally. And people have abused the system. They've abused the generosity of the American taxpayer. And they've abused the fact that essentially nobody was going to do anything about it. Well, Trump's back in office, and he has sealed the border airtight. Crossings have utterly collapsed. And that is great news, because you don't want people you don't know coming into your country. That applies to any country. Germany, England, France, Poland, and some of those countries have poor immigration laws. And look how that's working out for them right now. Not so well. And keep in mind that this is also all happening against the backdrop of a looming cartel war. The president has made it crystal clear that he plans to take serious action against the drug cartels. He plans to take potentially direct action against the drug cartels, whether that be with drone strikes, direct action strikes. He has made it clear time and time again that targeting the cartels is a top priority for his administration, as it should be. You can't let these people push their poison into our country. And they use the open border to come on in and do whatever they want. Well, those days are coming to an end. We've got the border sealed. That's a huge step. That is a monstrous step to get the border sealed. We got the border sealed. Now we've got assets, military resources, and keep in mind, the United States military took control of part of the border. They took an entire chunk of the border and put it under the control of the United States military. Just another example of how serious Trump is about making sure these scumbags can't come in the country and do anything to us. Fact of the matter, had to be done. Now we sit and wait to see how Trump responds to the cartels, what he might do there, what he might not do. We are obviously all waiting to see. But I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you think about Trump sealing the border, crossings going way down from what they were under Biden. Make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you all next time.